Ladies and gentlemen, I've got breaking news. So, Speaker Mike Johnson, Donald Trump, they are working right now to overturn and nullify Joe Biden's preemptive pardons. Preemptive pardons are unconstitutional, they are illegal, and they've actually never been charged in the courts because they've never been done before. Well, they were done once in our history. Just one time, one person received a preemptive pardon, and that was it. Never again. And Joe Biden just handed out hundreds of preemptive pardons on his last day. First, I want to show you this clip of Mike Johnson commenting on these pardons.
Mr. Speaker, to potentially have any type of congressional action on the pardons that President Biden issued over the last couple of days?
It was shocking. I mean, it was shocking what President Biden did on the way out, pardoning his family for more than a decade of whatever activity, any nonviolent offenses. It was breathtaking to us. I don't think that's anything like that's ever been anticipated. And by the way, go look at the tape. 4 years ago, when it was just implied that President Trump might do something similar, they were apoplectic. Joe Biden himself, Adam Schiff, Chuck Schumer, roll the tape. They all said that would be crazy and unconscionable. And now they're cheering it along. To us, it is disgusting. To us, it probably proves the point, the suspicion that, they call it the Biden crime family. If they weren't the crime family, why do they need pardons, right? Look, there's a lot of attention that's going to be paid to this, and I think that is appropriate, and we will be looking at it as well.
So, ladies and gentlemen, also this, I'm going to share this with you here in just a second. But listen to this. How does a pardon work? A pardon works two ways. There's the president and there's the person receiving a pardon. When a president gives someone a pardon, the president admits, look, I believe and I know this person committed a crime. They broke the law, but I think they've learned their lesson. Then when a pardon is taken to an individual and the individual signs off and receives the pardon, that person admits to breaking the law. So when a president gives someone a pardon, the president says, yes, I know the person broke the law, but I think they should be forgiven. And when you receive a pardon, you admit to breaking the law and you're like, I'm sorry, I broke the law. But these are preemptive pardons for things that have not even been investigated yet. So they admitted to committing a crime before an investigation was conducted. They screwed themselves. So let's get into this. Legal experts criticize Biden's preemptive pardons, arguing they offer incomplete protection and may compel recipients to incriminate themselves. So, renowned attorney Jesse R. Binal of the Binal Law Group broke down the implications of these preemptive pardons on social media platform X, calling the situation great news for those that are seeking accountability. Binal highlighted a critical legal consequence. Individuals who received pardons cannot invoke the Fifth Amendment to avoid testifying in civil, criminal, or congressional proceedings about the pardoned conduct. The pardons are actually great news, Binal wrote. No one who was just pardoned will be able to refuse to testify in a civil, criminal, or congressional proceeding based upon the Fifth Amendment. And let's just be realistic. Most of these disgusting individuals would probably have to be charged in Washington, D.C., which doesn't convict partisan leftists. He goes on to say, attorney and legal analyst Phil Holloway echoed Binal's assessment, pointing out that the pardons have their limits. For anyone who may have violated any state laws, I'm looking at Fauci, they can still take the Fifth since the pardon doesn't cover state law violations. Joe Biden's pardons prove that they are all criminals. Joe Biden's pardons do not cover states. And here's Trump. He held a press conference last night. I don't know if you watched it. We're not used to having our president speak to the cameras. Now we got a real president back. He stood there and he said, these pardons have one person in the entire American history. This was Trump speaking to the press last night. Said only one person received a preemptive pardon in our history, and it was never challenged in court. He said these will be challenged in court. He said these are illegal, they're unconstitutional, and they are wrong. He said, "How if you did nothing wrong, why did you agree to receive a pardon? If you did nothing wrong," he's like Fauci, Liz Cheney, the January 6th Sun Select Committee. If you did nothing wrong, then why did you admit to breaking the law when you signed and received a pardon? Because you can deny a pardon. It works both ways. The president has to give it, and you have to sign off to receive it. You can deny receiving a pardon. And Trump says none of them denied. They all took him. So if you didn't do anything wrong, why do you need this? And Trump again, many times said this has never been done and it has never been challenged. He said, but my administration, we are going to challenge this. These pardons are void and nullified. They're done. They're not going to work. The crooks are not going to get away with it, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, I'm going to keep you updated. This is a huge story, so make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. God bless you. I'll see you on the next one.